It's Friday, December the 6th. We've reached the 4th round of the playoffs. And we're inside tonight. What a great time for football and barbecue.
In Texas, we love our football and we love our barbecue. They may not have been invented here, but we damn well think we do both better than anybody else.
I'm at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. I'm here to see the Westlake Chaparrals in action against the San Antonio Brandeis Broncos. We know all about Westlake, coached by Todd Dodge. They come into this game with a 12-1 record on the season. David Branscombe is the head coach of Brandeis. He had been their defensive coordinator before he was promoted to head coach in 2017. They entered this game with a perfect 13-0 record on the season. It was a beautiful day in San Antonio, but we're inside, so the only problem we're going to have with weather is if Skylab crashes through the top of the roof. These two teams met each other last year in the 4th round, with Westlake claiming a 26-0 victory. Brandeis wants to change that and eliminate Westlake this time around. The march to the championship continues tonight. Chaparrals and Broncos. It should be a good one. We're just minutes away from kickoff, so let me take this time to show you the barbecue I had earlier today.
Smokehouse was named one of the top 50 barbecue joints in Texas by Texas Monthly Magazine in 2017. I had the pleasure of eating there that September, Texas Passions episode 213. When I decided to see a playoff game in San Antonio this week, I knew exactly where I'd be eating barbecue. Smokehouse is located at 2731 South W.W. White Road on the southeast side of town. I got there around 1:30 in the afternoon and parked near their smoking shed. As I got out of the minivan, I heard voices, so I poked my nose into the shed and saw their pitmaster Esau. He had a huge smile on his face and remembered me from my previous trip. We spent a few minutes catching up and talking about barbecue. His spirit is infectious, and I walked into the restaurant with an extra spring in my step. Inside, a big guy named Sheldon took my order and sliced up some pork ribs and moist brisket for me. Edward got me some pickles and onions, and Ashley worked the cash register. I got myself a soda. The stubborn root beer is the bomb. I found a table and went to work. Oh my goodness. I remembered their barbecue was great, but think it was even better this time around. The brisket had a great outer bark, rich in flavor, made for great burnt ends. The thick slices were moist and tender, easily cut with a plastic fork. Buttery, smoky goodness at its best. The pork ribs were outstanding. A peppery coating, smoky and tender, the meat just falling off the bone. Super. Even the onions were special, pickled with cilantro and other spices. Really good. Now, if you need sauce to enjoy your barbecue, 2M is not the place for you. Instead of the typical red tomato-based sauce or other variations, they serve a sweet syrup. Different, but it works really well with their meats. After I ate, I told the counter crew how much I enjoyed their food, and they thanked me for stopping by. Outside, I found Esau again and said I had a complaint. He got all serious. Then I told him they were too far away, forcing me to drive more than an hour to get there. He laughed, that big smile spreading across his face. 2M Smokehouse. Their slogan on the front of the building, Barbecue con ganas, translates as barbecue with enthusiasm, and it sure is. Outstanding Q, super people. Well, I might wish they were closer, My bathroom skills are glad that they're right where they are. This barbecue is outstanding and rates 2 hook'ems. The Alamo Dome in San Antonio on a beautiful Friday evening. Westlake received the opening kickoff. Kirkland Michaud ran for a big gain on a quarterback keeper. You kind of knew it was going to be the Shafts' night when Jackson Coker's halfback pass was tipped into the waiting arms of Ryan Lindley for a 33-yard gain. Michaud threw to Jaden Greathouse, who fought off a defender to give Westlake an early 7-0 lead. Brandeis ran a reverse on the ensuing kickoff, with Aiden and Nestor Rodriguez getting a huge return deep into Westlake territory. Jordan Battle's pass to a wide-open Corian Holmes tied the game at 7. With the ball at midfield, Michaud's pass on 3rd and 3 to Coker moved the ball into Broncos territory. A pass from Michaud to Lindley put the Chaps in business in the Brandeis red zone. Michaud carried to the 1, then scored on the next play to give the Chaps a 14-7 first quarter lead. In the second quarter, a strong run by Zane Miners gave the Chaps a first down. Michaud threw to Greathouse for 1st and goal from the Broncos' 5. Michaud scored again to give Westlake a 21-7 halftime advantage. On their first drive of the third quarter, Brandeis quarterback Jordan Battle scampered for 35 yards. The Broncos attempted a 43-yard field goal that was no good. Westlake drove past midfield, but Michaud was sacked on 4th and 8, the ball going over to the Broncos. On the next play, Battles fumbled, and the Chaps regained possession. Michaud threw to Lindley, who carried the ball into the Brandeis red zone. Miners ran it in from 11 yards out to push Westlake's lead to 28-7. Needing points, Brandeis gambled on 4th and 8, but their shuffle pass was incomplete. Michaud's 22-yard pass to Greathouse extended the Westlake lead to 35-7 late in the third quarter. Midway through the fourth quarter, Corian Holmes scored for Brandeis to cut the margin to 35-14. On their next possession, the Broncos again failed on 4th down. Miners bulled his way to the 5, then scored again to make the final score, Westlake 42, Brandeis 14. Brandeis simply could not match the Westlake firepower. Jordan Battles had some nifty runs and pass completions, but the Broncos' offense could not consistently move against the Westlake defense. Kirkland Michaud completed 20 out of 27 passes for 227 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Westlake offense gained 283 yards on the ground and scored 4 times. Once again, the Brandeis season comes to an end at the hands of Westlake. Congratulations to the Broncos on an outstanding 13-1 season. Good luck to Westlake as they meet Katy Taylor for the right to play for the state championship next week.
Your feedback is real important to me. If you like this video, please hit the like button on YouTube. You can hit the share button to share this video with friends and family. Maybe you've got a favorite team I should go see, or a favorite barbecue joint I should try out. Write something in the comments and I'll get back to you as quick as I can. Suggestions are always welcome.
If you like what you saw, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just click on my logo when it pops up and go from there. You can view previous episodes of Texas Passions by clicking on the links displayed. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.